Please proceed.
Honorable Chairperson, distinguished members of the committee, good morning. Thank you once again for this opportunity to address this esteemed body on the important matter of PhilHealth's zero subsidy for 2025. It is of utmost importance for your constituents, our 115 million members who depend on the National Health Insurance Program. Understandably, they have concerns about the sustainability of the NHIP, our capacity to continue serving the public, and of course, our ability to pay claims payments. In the last committee meeting, I had confirmed that PhilHealth is in good shape despite unprecedented challenges last year. PhilHealth was still able to fulfill its mandate by implementing a 95% effective increase across the board for the all case rates. PhilHealth now covers nearly twice as much of the cost of medical services compared to the previous year. This leaves our members with a much smaller out-of-pocket expense as we effectively doubled the value and reach of the benefits for our members. More broadly, this translates to greater access to services such as diagnostics, surgeries, and treatments that might have been simply unaffordable before. This is a good illustration that our current strategy to significantly reduce the financial barriers to essential healthcare services is working very well. Our prudent financial management has ensured our resources too, and all the while we implemented greater efficiency and transparency to our operations. These achievements affirm PhilHealth's role as a critical pillar of our healthcare system. As His Excellency President Marcos personally assured our members last January 16, hindi mababawasan ang serbisyo ng PhilHealth. Hindi mababawasan ang bayad ng PhilHealth sa insurance claims. In fact, baliktad, padadamihin pa namin ang serbisyong ibibigay ng PhilHealth. Palalakihin pa namin ang pagbayad ng insurance claims. I also reported on the significant enhancements and development of new benefits for our members. 30 benefit packages since I have taken office. PhilHealth remains on track in the mission to make quality healthcare much more equitable and much more accessible. I am confident in this determination as this year will showcase even much better results stemming from the strategic organizational streamlining and operational refinements that have been carried out in the past 2 years under my administration. We came out with new benefit packages just this month to address pressing healthcare needs, starting with optometric services for children up to 15 years old. With this early detection and intervention for vision impairments, we will reduce the debilitating effects on the youth's education and quality of life. We have also rationalized our package for cataract operations, a significant step toward reducing preventable blindness for elderly members. We also now offer coverage for pediatric cataract cases. And our most recent circular was to introduce our benefits package for physical medicine, rehabilitation services, and assistive mobility devices. Our members can now avail of the services of physical and speech therapists and assistive mobile devices like wheelchairs, walkers, rollators, and canes can now be procured affordably by our members with mobility issues. Looking ahead, we are focused on further expanding our coverage to include broader preventive and promotive care, increased coverage for critical illnesses, and integration of more advanced diagnostic and treatment options. These efforts are aligned with our vision of making universal health coverage a reality for all Filipinos. PhilHealth is in the midst of a critical transformation. At the same time as benefits development, we are strengthening our financial management systems, streamlining operations, and leveraging technology to improve service delivery. I talk of more than just modernization, but about building a resilient and responsive health insurance system that can adapt to the evolving challenges not just of the healthcare landscape, but of our society itself. In just a few weeks, PhilHealth will commemorate its 30th anniversary since its founding. This year, we look forward to building on successes, pursuing reforms that strengthen our foundational values, and expanding our reach even further to deliver truly comprehensive and inclusive healthcare. In closing, we affirm, as always, our commitment to universal health care, and the steady progress of our current plans towards its successful realization. The zero subsidy matter has certainly underscored the need for collaboration and shared responsibility between PhilHealth and the other organs of the government. We sincerely hope you will continue to work with us to craft solutions that ensure the financial viability of the National Health Insurance Program. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair, for your kind consideration. Your honors, I look forward to your observations and recommendations for the future of healthcare in our country. Good morning po. Over.
Thank you. Before I recognize the Honorable Jinky Luistro, the Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Francisco Paulo Ortega from the 1st District of La Union. If I remember it correctly, Mr. Ledesma, during the last hearing, we requested for certain documents to your end. I think we requested for the computation of the premium rate reduction proposal, the update on its digitalization projects, and as well as the collection effort. Were you able to submit it to the COMSEC?
We are going to submit it this morning, Mr. Chair. In fact, I just requested for it now.
Okay. Yeah. All three documents?
Yes, Mr. Chair. All three documents, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Thank you. The Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Luistro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning to all our resource persons and good morning to the esteemed members of the Committee on Good Government. I wish to direct my questions to PhilHealth, Mr. Ledesma. In the previous sessions in the plenary, I recall that there are members of the 19th Congress of the Philippines who made privileged speeches about the delay in the payment of hospitals by PhilHealth Corporation. And I went over some records. I found out that it totals to the amount of 59.6 billion. That is for the end of calendar year 2024. So, may I first confirm this amount representing the unpaid PhilHealth coverage to hospitals, Mr. President?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And can we be enlightened? Ano po ba ang dahilan? What are the stories and the reason behind this huge amount of pending claims of hospitals? This is 59.6 billion.
May I respond, Mr. Chair?
Please continue, Mr. Ledesma.
Thank you very much for your question, Mr. Chair. And we are very happy at least gives us a chance to explain our side. No? If Mr. Chair, if you may allow me to pass on the Sir Renet, our SVP for Finance, will address the query. No, before Sir Renet addresses the query, Madam Chair, I just want to highlight to this committee that the payments of claims to hospitals from a year ago have been increased by almost 30 to 40 billion pesos. No, it shows how aggressive we have been in paying the claims to hospitals. So roughly, we pay around close to 15 billion a month, no, from previously around 12 to 13 billion. But to address your question, Madam Chair, a lot of it's on the denied and RTH side. I will allow VP Renet to explain in detail.
Just for purposes of clarity, Mr. Ledesma, you made mention about 30 billion and 15 billion payment of claims. Is that correct?
What I mentioned, Mr. Chair, was our total annual payments of claims to hospitals increased by more than 30 billion from the year before.
But
aggregate, Mr.
Does
Chair.
it have something to do with the pending claim totaling to 59.6 billion?
Yes, Madam